Hello guys. So a few weeks ago I discovered a pretty weird interaction which is most likely not intended to be used the way that I'll show you. Since this does involve slinging, it's not effective in 1v1s at all. So we all know slinging is pretty overpowered in team games, which is why you have to build a market first for 175 wood, and even then you have a 30% fee on sending resources to your allies. With this exploit, we can skip having to build the market, and we also don't have to pay the 30% fee. Let me introduce you to farm slinging. Farms are weird buildings. Usually when you place a building foundation, only you can see it until you actually start construction of the building. Farms are an exception to this, since everyone can always see all farms, basically allowing your opponent to kill your 1 HP farms that you just placed, costing you 60 wood, but also teammates can see your farms. Farms can also be converted, meaning you can steal farms from your opponent if they are vacant for a long enough time. Devs probably expected some random to try and place a farm on his allies TC to sling them 60 wood basically, which is why you can't actually click the farm foundations of your ally. However, the devs made an oversight, because as soon as the ally starts construction of the farm, you can take it over. Since with this, you can take over farms from your ally, an ally can basically sling you for 100% of the wood that he spends on the farms, if you neglect villager idle time of running to your TC and back. Now, if you play Teutons, your farms only cost 36 wood, meaning for every 36 wood that your ally spends, you save 60 wood, effectively generating wood out of nowhere, making it a 166% wood sling. Now if that's not broken, I don't know what is. To show you what you can accomplish with this exploit in real game, here's a ranked recording of 2 build orders that me and my friend Crossover made using this exploit, aiming to achieve a really fast castle age time. So what we are aiming for here is to click up to castle with 20 builds. Now we figured out that Chimera is probably best suitable for this, since you don't need to build all the extra buildings. So we can basically go up to feudal with 20 builds and then immediately click up to castle age. So what we need for this is 8 sheep, 2 boars, and at least 3 deer pushed. So it's pretty crucial for this build that you scout all of your resources early. Now, it was pretty unlucky for me because I did not find any additional sheep at the start that I could have used to assist me in scouting. I found my ostriches, so I started pushing those. I actually never find these sheep in the game, so that's pretty terrible. And I think I'm actually also going to be housed here in a second. Pretty hard actually. So you already see I only have 1 on wood. Since we're playing Chimera, we can skip building a lumber camp, we can skip building a mill, we can skip building the market and blacksmith in feudal age, or optionally a barracks, blacksmith and stable, meaning we actually only need 175 wood. That is our 3 starting houses, or 2 starting houses and the 1 extra house, and the mining camp that we'll place on gold here in a second. So 1 build on wood is enough. Everyone else can go on food. Now we also need 3 on gold in order to get enough gold to actually click up once we reach feudal age, since we don't need to build the extra buildings. And this build, or this game here, is quite terrible. I have a lot of idle time, I was housed pretty hard. This can be improved much more. So I actually won't have just enough food to click up here, so I have to idle my TC for a couple of seconds. Yeah, so had I had these sheep or my scouting until a little earlier, this would have gone a lot better. And yeah, here we go. Big castle, building the stable. Friend is getting man-at-arms rushed. But that doesn't really matter, because he already sent the will to me, he's placed the farms, his job is basically done. Until he needs to reseed the farms a little later in the game, in order for me to be able to keep up the Vil and Knight production. And here we are in Castle Age. Just over 12.5 minutes. And we have Knights already rolling out, while my opponent has nothing. He has one archer against Knights with Bloodlines. Yeah, good luck with that. Now, usually the farms are about to expire any second now, so my teammate would have sent another Vil over to reseed these farms, but since he was pressured, he couldn't really do that. If your ally is pressured too hard, you can also send a couple of those knights over in order to help him. Because the knights should clean up pretty much anything that is going on down there. It's also cleaning up everything in his base here, as the KD is probably telling. Had he reseeded the farms, I wouldn't have struggled so hard with my economy. Would have still had 7 on the farms here, 5 on the berries, so that I could keep up Vil production and Knight production, and this would have been no issue though. Also, I have way too much gold. If I had more on wood, could have easily added 2 town centers right now, and yeah, there they already surrendered. My ally was actually also in Castle Age, so this is just a little bit delayed. Fast castle. Okay, so the fastest time that I got that we got while testing this was 11 minutes and 59 second Castle Age time. The fastest theoretical time would be 11 and 30. So yeah, we're obviously no pros. So pros could improve this by quite a lot. Yeah, so do with this information what you want. I've already sent a ticket to the devs about this. Hope they fix it soon. And enjoy. Have a great one.